Hi, welcome back to EducateTube.com. My name is Sipsky, your host. Today I'll be talking about domain name, specifically .tube. Alright, now the reason I brought up this topic, .tube, because it's just been recently established and everyone can register. It's been developed for more than half a year, I believe, 2006, July, I believe, that's when they released the domain name where everybody could register. The reason I'm bringing it up because I have EducateTube, so I decided today to register educate.tube, right? I mean, I already have educate.com, EducateTube.com, EducateTube.net.org, and then because I live in Canada, .ca as well. So now this tube came out. Actually, I was thinking about that for 2 years now. Since they were announcing the .tube coming out, I thought I have to register educate.tube. Okay. Now, normally I don't recommend getting other what we call it, the domain extension, other than .com, .net, .org, and the country domain name like .ca. Okay. Or if you live in France, .fr, like that kind of stuff. Okay. Those are very important. Those four. Other ones like .shop sounds cool, right? .cool even, .media, .store, I don't know. I mean .tube and .social, you name it. It there's hundreds of them. I wouldn't recommend you register them, and I'll explain later on why that's the case. Maybe I'll make another video on that to elaborate on, because it will take about at least 10 minutes to talk about. Now, why would you listen to me, right? Well, I've been doing domain names, like I've been buying, selling for over, I would say close to 15, maybe even up to 20 years. Like since when it came out, I had very good domain names in the past, and now I stopped buying domain names because I want to establish more of the company or the websites. So I'm more a developer, investor. I'm trying to make use of my domain name. I have over 60 of them, good ones, right? .com and .net and .ca. Okay, lots of them I have, and in the future I'm going to be developing more of that. So I know what I'm talking about because I have hundreds of domain names in the past, and I kept over 60 of them now, and I've been selling and buying domain name for the longest time. Okay, so about .tube, should you get it? That's the question I have today for you guys, because .tube, it makes sense if you have YouTube channel. You might want to get .tube. Now, I wouldn't just get .tube because it's YouTube. I would get it if your name, your company name, or yourself, your channel contain tube in there, right? For example, let's say Mike's Tube. Okay, let's say that was your YouTube channel. Then you might want to get Mike's .tube instead of saying Mike'sTube.com, which I would recommend getting that anyway. So you get Mike's .tube or Janet Tube. Channel, you might want to get janet.tube, but make sure you get .com first, right? So what I would recommend you do is always get .com first, then get the country which you reside in, with exception to US, because US is US, they have their own US, but most of the US citizen and companies don't use that. They actually use .com. Right, so US usually use .com anyway, like 99% of the time. But if you're in Canada, for example, .ca is quite popular. So I would get .com, then .ca, and then .tube if my channel, YouTube channel, contains .tube. Like for example, I have EducateTube.com, right? So it's going to be educate.tube. It makes sense. Just in case somebody infringed on my copyright on my name, right? So it's very important. You want to do that. So that's my recommendation. The reason I don't recommend getting like .shop, .social, and all, unless of course you have a name that's in there that has shop in there. Then for example, Mike's Shop, then you might get Mike's.shop. Makes sense. But remember, these domain names, I don't like these domain name company with this different extension. To be honest with you, I don't know how long they will last, because there's hundreds of them now, right? And then some company actually have like they have established .shop, .store. That they try to get, right? It's one company having these extension. They're able to purchase all these extension and allow people to register. So maybe that's a better company. They have a lot of money invested in it. However, if it's a company that only have, say dot email, for example, and there's only one company that only have that one extension, and it's possible it will continue on to exist, but if it's only have 1 or 2 domain name and there's not many people registering, it's not gonna last very long, and you might lose that domain name. Okay, so that's my take on this. Just be careful. These company comes and go, so .com is always your first instinct to get, if you can get, because .com, there's tens of millions of .com out there. You'll be lucky if you can get your domain name that you want. All right, I was very blessed because I started 15 years ago, and I already established my name online. I already thought ahead of time what domain name I need to establish for my YouTube channel and all that. I already made my mind up 15 years ago. Now when YouTube came out, it was almost like 2 years later, and that's why I registered EducateTube. So I was the early starter of domain names, so I was able to get good names for my channel. So to get a .com for yourself, it's going to be very hard. Now I would recommend that if you're a very well-established YouTubers, definitely get domain name for yourself. It's going to cost you a lot of money if you decide to get other type of extension. For example, if you get .shop, it costs between $25 to $50, and it depends on the name too. If it's one word, it could be hundreds of dollars. Some of these companies, what they do is that somebody or else already registered. Like for example, say cool.shop. Somebody registered .cool and they decide to resell that cool.shop. What am happening is that they jack up the price to thousands of dollars. So you can get it will cost you $10,000, right? So I don't recommend that. Okay, so unless you really want to brand your company like that, that's fine. But always default to .com, .net, .org, and more importantly, also your countryside domain name, like say in Canada.ca. Okay, so the first two, .com and countryside domain name like .ca, and then .net, .org, and then whatever comes next, whether it's .tube like I did. All right. So next time I'll talk more about domain name if you're interested, because it is a very lucrative business. I would not actually buy it just because you want to sell it. It's a very competitive market out there right now. I used to do it, and I did make a few dollars on that, but I stopped doing that because I want to spend more time actually developing my websites. Okay, and content, very important. Content is the key for YouTube and anything else you're going to do. Right? Make it unique and make it special. Okay, next time I'll talk more about that. Thanks for watching. EducateTube.com. Oh wait, EducateTube. Educate.tube. Yeah, that's right. Educate.tube. Bye.